So yesterday I was invited to the Movie Preview Network launch at the Yahoo headquarters on Shaftesbury Avenue. Now at first I was quite excited about this because it sounded really professional. It was Yahoo, there was an invitation. I had to bring an invitation. I just happened to print off a second copy here. This is the invitation. There was a dress code. I had to dress smart casual. So I dressed smart casual, and I mean it was at the Yahoo head office, and so I was really excited, and I was thinking, oh my god, this is going to be so good. And as soon as I walked in, I just realised that this whole event was going to be a huge shambles, because obviously what had happened is the organisers of the event just invited far too many people. And I mean, you're probably wondering why me, of all people, was invited to it, and even I'm wondering that, because I gained nothing from doing so. Yeah, I gained absolutely nothing from attending that. And I don't know what the point of it all was either, unless, I mean, essentially what it was is that all these people packed into a room. I'm literally talking about 100 people packed into this tiny little office space. There wasn't even chairs. There were some chairs and benches, but there wasn't enough to supply everyone, and all those benches were taken up by these really obese people. I mean, no offence to the overweight people that live in Britain, but I mean, come on. Why were you there? I mean, I really don't know why anyone was there. Essentially all it was is that it was just a preview of the films that are going to be coming out in cinemas this autumn. Now, of course, I don't really go to cinemas very often because I can't afford to. Cinema tickets are far too expensive these days. And so I didn't really... I mean, sure, it was exciting, but I mean, there's nothing I didn't know, really. And I mean, if there was anything that I didn't know, I could just look it up on the internet. Just go on IMDb, look for 2013 autumn releases. I genuinely just didn't see the point. And even Alex Zane, the host, did very little to make the evening entertaining. Look, there he is. Did very little to make the evening entertaining. He was clearly struggling to keep this mass of people just entertained. Just this mass people. And there was this, oh my god, I'm sorry to again go back to these obese people, but there's this huge fat lady who would just, oh, she was so annoying. She was so annoying. There was a quiz, basically, and it was obvious that no one was really interested in doing the quiz because there was no space or time to do it. I mean, some people did do it, but most people didn't. And she was so serious about this quiz. And whenever anyone would be talking, when groups of people would be talking, she'd go, "Shush! I can't hear the questions!" Or something along those lines. I mean, I apologise for the voice, but I think she was a bit off in the head, if you see what I'm saying. Anyway, she was so annoying, and I was just thinking, oh geez, lady, just realise that no one is taking this seriously. I mean, and Alex Zane did his best to deal with her, and he did quite well, to be honest, but she kept on saying, "Mr. Zane! Mr. Zane! I can't hear the questions. No, it's not you who needs to shut up, it's everyone else!" She was literally saying stuff like that. Oh. Yeah, it wasn't an entertaining evening for me, and it was so hot as well. All these people, and like I had my hands full with bags. I bought my camera along because I didn't know how this vlogging was gonna work, and my hands were just full, and I still had my jacket on, and I dressed up. I had a jacket, well, a coat. I had a coat and a jacket and a shirt, and I couldn't, for a very long time, I couldn't actually do anything about it. Eventually, I had to put stuff down on the ground, which was risky because it was so many people there, and take things off. And even then, I was still boiling hot, and they couldn't open the windows because the windows were locked, weren't they? And then there was an opportunity for vloggers or people with websites to record segments for them. And I was like, oh great, that's something for me to do. An aspiring vlogger, I'll do a little bit professional, not like how I'm doing here, just with my camera, with a professional film crew. And so I was very keen to do that. But by the point that it actually came round to doing that filming, I was just not in a good mood at all. And this Middle Eastern lady comes up to me and she's like, oh, hello. Oh, that doesn't sound Middle East at all. This small Middle Eastern woman comes up to me and she's like, oh, do you want to record something for the video? And I was like, well, yes, I would, but I don't think you'd want me to, I don't think you'd appreciate what I have to say. And she was like, oh, everything, anything anyone has to say is appreciated. And so I was like, oh, well, what are you going to do with the footage that you receive? And she was like, oh, it'll go on our YouTube channel tomorrow. And I was like, oh, no, I really don't think what I have to say is what you would want me to say, because I was thinking this is clearly about promoting the event, and they really wanted my opinions. Then, like, no, you just don't want that. But she insisted, she kept on insisting. She was like, oh, it's fine, just say whatever you want. For example, are you going to go and see any of the films that you've seen tonight? And I just straight up said, no, I'm not. And she was like, no comment. She just walked away, and she kept on walking past, and every time she passed by, she gave me a dirty look. Anyhow, food and drink were provided by a professional catering company, so I assume that must have been expensive. So for that, I appreciate the efforts that Yahoo did make in that area. But just overall, it wasn't a very enjoyable evening. But I did, however, get this. I've put it on my keys because it's a keyring, and I'm hoping I can use it as a memory stick anyway. But basically, on this memory stick is the cinema trailer for autumn. So you know how you get those kind of seasonal cinema montages that show you all the different bits from all the different films that are going to be coming out in the season. And what we saw last night was the first ever exhibition of it, and so I'm going to put this at the end of this video, I hope, and you will be able to say that you saw it first on my channel. So that's good for me, isn't it? So yeah, I'm going to try and do that. That's pretty much all I have to say today. I just wanted to get this off my chest. It was because it was just really annoying how they kept on saying, oh, tell everyone about this event, we want people to know, and it was just awful. It was a really awful event. And I know that people would have been saying, because people were doing these filming segments with the professional film crew, and I know people would have been saying, oh yeah, this is so good, this is great. I've seen on Twitter already that people have been commenting, great event, yeah, and I just, why? You're not doing anyone any favours. All you're doing is just letting Yahoo, who are already getting so much money, they're just allowing them to get even more money by saying that these events are good, because they're not. They're not. And if there's anything that I've learned from doing this and doing stuff in the past, is that anything that's free is very likely going to be awful. I've genuinely learned that. On some occasions, they work out well, like the opportunity to make my stop frame animation, that was free. But mostly, they're just no good at all. And I mean, this is why money is so important in this world. But that's a different vlog, isn't it? So I'm gonna get this up, and I will see you around. So for now, this is Trisbeee out. Thanks for watching. Okay, so scratch that. It seems they've lied to us about that as well. They told us that that trailer was going to be on the memory stick, and it's not. I'm just looking now, it's just got images and a Word document about the press release. So I'm sorry about that, guys. It's not my fault. I genuinely thought I would be able to show you something special here. I'm just as disappointed as you are. Really. Sorry. Instead, what I'll do is I will basically show you the contents of this memory stick, if you really want to, at the end of this video. And it will just be a series of images and the titles of the films, because this is all I've been given, essentially. Sorry to let you down. Sorry for making false promises that I can't keep. Sorry that Yahoo basically lied to me. Enjoy the photos. Yeah.